welcome everybody. Today's video finds us over here in Istanbul. Right behind me is the Blue Mosque, but that's not what we're going to take a look at. We're going to take a look at one of the most amazing things here in Istanbul. We're going to go take a look at the Hagia Sophia. This was built to be the main church here in Istanbul, and then after the conquest of Constantinople by the Solomon the Conqueror, I think that's his name, in 1453, they converted this into a mosque. They later converted it into a museum, and then they converted it back into a mosque in 2020. So you can go into part of it. You can't go down where they do the prayers and stuff like that. So we'll take a look at whatever we can see. There's supposed to be some really fantastic mosaics. I've seen pictures of them. I want to take a look at them. So anyway, let's get our tickets, and I'll tell you a little bit about it as we go through, and let's kind of enjoy this. The Hagia Sophia mansion. Over there's the Blue Mosque, and then this goes over this away towards the Grand Bazaar and a few other things. And then the Hagia Sophia is right here. And this is the front. You can see all the scaffolding that's up. They're redoing the minaret over there. They got a big crane. And then you can see some more of it over there. So the ticket window is on our right, and then the entry to the Hagia Sophia is on the left. There'll be security you got to go through to get in there. And if you want, you can scan this barcode and you can skip the line of waiting, which is right over here. And then they have these little machines. You can pop a coin in here and feed the cats. It's kind of cool. All right, so here's the line to get our tickets. We'll stand in this, and then we'll go over to this side to wait in line to go through security. And so there's the dress code. Got to have long pants. The ladies have to cover their heads. Okay, so we're all done there. We got our tickets right here. So they were 2,400 Turkish lira. They didn't take cash. You had to scan a card. Now we'll get in line here and then go through the X-ray. And it's right over next to the Topkapi Palace. And then here is security. So we'll go through here. They got the X-ray for your bags and everything. Okay, so we made it through security. The old stone steps, the old archway, you can see. Oh, this is really cool. The old windows. You can see the brickwork here. And then in the walls here are some some little tombs for some of the important people during the Eastern Roman Empire. Now there's limited amounts of places you can go in here. They have the visitors area that's open to the public, and then they have the prayer rooms also. This is the first room. It's beautiful. So a lot of the murals were covered over after this was converted to a mosque by Solomon the Conqueror in 1453. And then after they converted it into a museum, they came back in and they restored the murals that you can see over here. And then they made it back into a mosque now, so during prayer times they'll cover them up with a curtain. Yeah, you can see where the murals are flaking off. So time, humidity, all the elements causes these to flake off. You can see these are all the elements that have been added after it was converted into a mosque right here. You can see the column work. So this was the largest church in the world for a millennium. The dome is absolutely massive. Seems like I read it was 83 meters or something like that tall, which is huge. You can see the marble flooring here, huge crowds. Yeah, we waited in line about an hour and 20 minutes or so to get in here. You can buy your tickets online to save you a little bit of time. They're 50 euros to get in here per person. All right, this is the main part of the structure. Check out those domes. And that's the massive center dome. So when this was constructed, they made it look like the dome was floating with these hidden parts of it right over here. That's the structure that would support the dome. And then down below here, this is where it's the mosque. This is only for the Muslims to go down here to pray. Yeah, you can see how massive this place is. Now there's murals up here of Jesus with St. Paul. There's murals with Constantine. There's the curtains that they cover them during the prayer. Yeah, so you can see this is shoulder to shoulder. People are pushing you, all that, to get a look. Tops of the columns. And some of the painting and stuff up here. Oh, it's fantastic. Yeah, you can see one of the little murals right there. So that's surviving from when this was constructed in 532. Yeah, so for your 50 euro, you can walk around up here at the top. They have a little balcony also you can pay for if you're so inclined. But the guy at the ticket booth said there's not much to see from up there. Yeah, so this is looking down into the center. So on that side, it looks like that would have been where the pulpit was at for the priest. And these look like a wooden disc that they've hung up here on the walls. And so you can see right there. So when they made those, they put some of these in like around 800, and they started using little stones and pieces of glass to give it the reflective look. I'll put that down in the description so you can read about it. But wow, this is really, really amazing here. So you think when this was built 1,500 years ago, this would have been just an amazing thing for the people to see. Come off the farm, go to town, and you're greeted with the Hagia Sophia here. Really quite amazing. With the tools that they had available and to build a dome this size. Okay, this is around the balcony here. Beautiful arches over the windows. Oh, this is just really amazing. And another look down in the middle here. Yeah, those murals up there on the corners are really cool. Huge crowd of people here to get their pictures. Yeah, there's little QR codes to scan, so you can do like an audio tour while you're walking through also. Yeah, so those are the little QR codes right there. So it tells you these mosaics were different eras. These are 9th century here. And they've survived to this day. Yeah, we just walk along the balcony up at the top here. Oh, really amazing. So this is the marble door. So this would have separated the emperor's private chambers from the common people. This was 6th century, and they say that this was about the only time that people were able to see the emperor was whenever he came to the Hagia Sophia. You can see the crowd of people here. And some more of the little mosaics up above. Looks like there would have been a figure there that's been removed. Yeah, and this is looking inside again from the other side. So you can see those little naves over there and the angels up there. Ah, it's cool. That's where we were at the first time when we first came in, was right over there. And then you can see some of the murals up above right there. Just barely surviving. And this is kind of interesting. So there's some writing. They call it the Viking script. It says Halvadan. It's they said a Viking soldier, probably working as a guard here, carved his name into the railing. So a little bit of graffiti in a church here. Right here you can see the brickwork under and the plaster, how that plaster was a full inch thick, and it's kind of sloughed off there. And then some of the marble, really nice in here. Okay, so we're gonna have a really cool mural here, and then a couple more as we're going towards the exit. All right, this is the one I was wanting to see. So this is Jesus right here, and Emperor Constantine to his left, and then this was Empress Zoe. So they say that she has several different faces, probably because of her multiple marriages. So they've redone her a couple different times. And you can see how nice that is right there underneath that arch. So this is the oldest mural remaining in the church. Okay, so here we have the Virgin Mary holding a baby Jesus. And then this is Emperor John II with his wife Irene. And then over here is their son over here, Alexios. Oh, that's really cool. This is about the 12th century. This is kind of interesting here. I don't know if it's a design feature or if it's from settling, but the column kind of tilts to the left. Maybe that's how it is, and this one here will be tilting to the right to kind of support this. Kind of interesting. Yeah, I really like the tops of the columns. And we got another mural up here. Let's go take a look at that one. And then I think we go down the stairs from here. We've seen the whole balcony area. So this is a 12th century panel right here. So you have the Virgin Mary right there. You have Jesus in the middle. And then you have John the Baptist flanking him over here. Yeah, that would have been what it looked like originally right there. And I don't know what that is underneath. It's part of the mural. You can see the little tiny stones that they used. Oh, that's really fantastic. And then right here, there was a cross here and a cross on that side. So those were elements that were removed when they converted it to a mosque. And it looks like our last little look up here before we go down. And then over here is the exit. It looks like you can go over to the Hagia Sophia Museum. It's just right over in front of the Blue Mosque. And you can see the low ceiling to get out of here, the same as coming in. And more of the plaster and brickwork. You can see they've retouched this up. They're doing a lot of restoration on the front of it. So it'll be kind of cool when they get it all done in probably a couple years. Scaffolding's the bane of my existence. Everywhere you go, you'll see a little bit of it. You can see some of the windows. Definitely a part of the, whenever it was the church, because they don't use that type of styling with the mosques. And with it being Istanbul, we can't go anywhere without a little kitty cat. What do you think, kitty cat? So that part over there that we looked at, that's called the baptistry. And that predates Justinian's reign. A couple more cats here. Okay, so I don't know if we can see. Oh, here we can. We can look at a little bit more mosaics in here. So this is the southwest gallery. Check out this door. Oh, it's massive. So this mural right here, on the left is Constantine. On the right is Justinian. They're both holding a model of Constantinople, and they're presenting him to Jesus, who is right there in the middle. And you can see some more of those little mosaics up there, and how faded they are. Wow, this is really, really spectacular with massive doors. that they call the beautiful doors. Yeah, so those doors were actually moved here, and they made them larger to fit in this opening. They moved them over here in 842. And we'll take one more look here. Oh, it's quite something else. So those minarets were added way later after the construction. Those were added 15th century. And then more of the Islamic elements that were added out here. These will be like places for famous people that are buried in it. Various things. And then there's got scaffolding over there where they're restoring. And you see some more of the little domes with the marble. And then some of the old column tops and stuff over here. This is our last look here at the Hagia Sophia. And if you look at it from that side, that's all under construction. Ah, what a beautiful building that is. Well, that'll finish up our video in there in the Hagia Sophia. What an amazing place. That is something else. Lots and lots of history. The mosaics and all of that is spectacular. It's 50 euro, 2,400 Turkish lira to get in there per person. It'd be nice if you could go down to the lower section, but they just let the people that are going to be praying and stuff go down there. It's definitely something if you're in Istanbul, you got to go in there and go inside and check it out. It's one of those UNESCO World Heritage Sites, one of the kind of the wonders of the world, and something to check out. I've enjoyed it a lot, seeing a little bit of history. So hopefully you enjoyed the video too. If you did, smash the like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, and then you get to see more stuff like this. I show you things that I see all over the world, wherever I go, and this was on my list to do. So we got to check it out. So anyway, subscribe if you're new here. If you've been inside of there, tell me your thoughts in a comment down below. If you have any questions, ask me and I'll do my best to answer them. And until next time, from over here in Istanbul, remember, life is a journey. Until next time, enjoy.